Okay, so we have an exclusive a song that we're gonna you guys will be able to hear first here on the Breakfast Club. It is a song by YG. It's called 2004, and I want to give a disclaimer before this song starts. He is talking about being sexually assaulted, and he's talking about this for the very first time ever. But I did want to give that disclaimer for anyone that this may trigger. Let's take a listen to the first verse of YG's 2004.
When I was young, I got raped by a bitch twice my age. Picked me up from school to meet her, hers and got laid. Ever since that day, I never looked at shit the same. Up in the brain, this is what I blame. Fried, so you know why I like chicken wings. My life is insane, like I'm from Baby Gang. How I'm supposed to change with all the shit I sang. Up the, yeah, I know. Up the place I'm old. I'm so used to up I got waked up at the show. Up the, yeah, I know. How up the could it go? Nipsey left me like how Biggie left Hov. Whoa.
Yeah, so I received this track yesterday, and as you guys can hear, very sensitive content, very personal content, and from what I am told, he's never talked about this before, and he says it in the song, not even to a close family member. So his mother will be hearing this song and finding out about this, the rape allegations
when the music comes out.
When the music comes out for the very first time, and the song comes out tomorrow, Friday, March 28th. The song is called 2004, but yeah,
you played it from the beginning. That was the beginning. So straight out the gate, bust out like that.
Straight out the gate.
Wow, yep. He opens up the song with that verse that we just listened to.
So the beat goes for 8 bars first, and it's a West Coast record. So you start West Coast down, you know the West Coast dance, and then the first line is, "When I was young, I got raped." You're like, "Whoa,
wow, dang,
that's not that type of record."
Yeah, or if you just playing it in the car, and because your kids love YG too, and then you only know what it's gonna be about. And then when I was, wow, crazy.
And then so we have part of another verse where he goes into more detail. YG goes into more detail about how it all played out and how old he was when it happened. Let's take a listen.
Jim took advantage of me, I ain't got no trust. The Jim took advantage of me, I ain't getting no fuck. At 14 years old, I got my shit sucked. At 14 years old, I got my shit fucked. I was 30 years old, and I never told. Was dating her niece when this happened, he was swearing on my soul. I ain't wanna spill the tea, so I just let her go. Cause me and the auntie kept me up for sure. Then one day I feel like this was too much. I knew this wasn't regular as I grew up. She told me eat ass, after that I threw up. Ooh, can't believe I had my face in the book.
Whoa.
Dang,
very explicit content.
You know, the sad thing about it is, I know when men usually hear about sexual assault, the first thing other men want to do is laugh, but it ain't funny because obviously he went through something. He was raped, right? He was 14 years old, and this woman was 30 years old, and he was raped. I really I love the fact that he's able to be vulnerable and to talk about it, because you know he's a hardcore gangster rapper. So the fact that he's able to talk about that, hopefully it'll open up in some lines for other people to be able to talk about some things they've been through as well.
Yeah, I think it will too, because you don't hear men talk about sexual abuse, especially not men in hip hop. Like you mentioned. So so sending him some covering on this, because the song will come out tomorrow, again March 28th. That is Friday, so you guys will be able to hear it in full, and it's a very personal song that you guys will be taking a listen to. It's kind of like looking into like almost like a diary if he had one.
Right. And he's going into details, so it's not just like I said, no, he's going into details, what happened, how he felt, and how he's dealing with it.
I do hope that he gets that he's gotten help for it already. You know, just for his mental, you know what I'm saying? Like whether he went to therapy for it, because you said his mom didn't even know, so she'd be hearing it with us.
Yes, for
the people.
And he also talks about what that did to him as a man and why he treats women like that. So, like you said, I hope he does get the help he needs.
Yeah, he referenced that because he's had some public relationships that didn't work out too well. So he goes into all of that.
Yeah, and he's a dad.
Yes, of a girl dad. Girl dad.
So,
all right, so just moving right along. This is some.
What happened now?
No, nothing bad. Nothing bad, girl. Nothing to go live about.
All right. Well, hey, yo, shut up. I'm like, wait, I didn't even think the interview was messy. I thought it was going to be more shame. I was going to say, what happened?
No. This is, I said you because I know you're a Chris Brown fan.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Chris Brown just announced his 20th anniversary tour.
Period.
Yes. It's a Stadium World Tour. Summer Walker and Bryson Tiller will be on the show with him.
Excuse me?
Yes, your girl Summer.
I don't care. I'm gonna still be in the. I'm gonna be screaming from the mountaintops. Her song. She lucky that bitch got good music. She lucky she got good music.
Her music is fire.
It is.
Yes,
then
but
and now.
it's called Breezy Bowl. Chris Brown, Summer Walker, Bryson Tiller. He'll be headlining some shows in Europe and then in North America. So
dope.
That was announced today.
Bryson, that's what's up. Shout out to Bryson too. That's cool. That's gonna be a nice show.
Yes.
Can't wait to see that.
That's
show.
like a dating, like somewhere you take your wife, somewhere you take. You know,
Yep.
Your wig, yeah.
So somewhere you take your.
See,
I didn't want to say somewhere you take your man. He said wig. I was going to say somewhere you take your man.
She was confused. She was like, somebody take your she was stuttering. I tried to help her.
I didn't even. First of all, you could say somewhere you take your man.
Somewhere you take. I'm helping you manifest it. Somewhere you take your man or woman, because you know Envy got the stud for you.
That's right. Got the stud love.
No. I'm popping out with my man.
Trap Triana.
Trap Triana.
What if she buy the tickets?
That's word.
I can afford tickets. I'm popping out with my man. Okay.
Pop out
But so. In other news, quickly, so yesterday, the police over in Memphis, I received a press release stating that they had actually had a suspect now in the Sauce Walker shooting in the killing of the artist Seob P that they were looking for. And what they released yesterday was that, let me bring it up. The name of the... Okay, so it's a 20-year-old black male. His name is Jaden Dandridge. They have a photo of him that I also posted to my Twitter account, and it'll be posted to Brown Girl Grinding as well. I'm Lauren LaRosa on Twitter. And they say that he's going to be charged with 1 count of first-degree murder, 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder, 3 counts of employment of a firearm during a commission of a dangerous felony and auto theft. There's also currently a $6,000 reward for any information for people who reach out. Now, I know you had some questions about like how they...
Yeah, how did they find out who it was?
Yes.
Because that looked like, from the video that I seen of the shooting, it looked like everybody had masks on.
Yeah, so I did reach back out to law enforcement sources that I have over there and have not heard back yet. They are an hour behind us, so it's pretty early. But they do mention that they spent hours and hours and hours combing through different evidence that they had. But I can get more details on how they figured that out because they did have a photo of him. So
that was fast. They got that done fast. So and now they just got to apprehend him, right?
Yes, yep. And they're asking for information, which is why they put that reward out.
Okay.
And then wrapping up, I know we got to get out of here. Bringing it back to New York real quick. Chef G, music artist Chef G.
The record Anxiety, platinum artist. Yep.
Yes. He also yesterday, in more legal stuff, he pled guilty in gang conspiracy. And was sentenced to 5 years in prison. So they've been going back and forth and had some court stuff. Him, Chef G, and Sleepy Hollow, who he often does music with. And remember, he came out with Trump during all the election stuff, and people thought that that's why they did it, because they were going, in the midst of all this legal stuff. But yes, so he pled guilty yesterday to attempted murder and conspiracy charges linked to a violent gang conspiracy.
Yeah. Prosecutor wanted to give him 20 years. He wound up getting 5. So
Yep.
hopefully that brother sits down and changes his life and does what he needs to do, come back out and make some more music.
Just sad because the music is always good with them. But
absolutely.
Sending some prayers that way as well too. So somebody get some things together over there. But that is it. That's the latest.
And also he did come out with Trump numerous times. So we'll see if maybe Trump has to put his arm out. Because he's been doing it for everybody else.
Yeah, this is the time.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is the latest with Lauren. Now, People's Choice Mix is up next. Get your request in. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into The Breakfast Club.
Check out video of the full show on Tubi. Free. Classic interviews and more on Tubi every day, all day long, all for free. Just search Breakfast Club and grab your popcorn.
Wake that ass up
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.